Do you want to choose the toppings?
No, they're predetermined. You don't choose it. Well, I mean, you could choose it, but like, they know what they're doing, right? So why would you?
I mean, are they gonna put ketchup and mustard on it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, good.
I wanted
Wow.
burgers.
Just imagine you're having a burger. That's right. It's good. It's good sausage. Hot dog.
You know what?
Okay.
They gotta call you Triple F.
For what?
Fat fucking failure. With a big F.
I see you just tried to roast me. But that sucked. Look at this. This is better. Like, your mama's so fat. But no, can't do fat jokes. That's friendly fire. Wait. Your hair is so dirty. Nah, bro, we're not good at this. Oh, you know what? Dude. My buddy, Donish, he's a comedian. He's hosting a roast battle, right?
Wow.
In a few hours. We can go there. We can learn
No.
how to roast each other, and then we can roast each other properly, right? Eat your hot dog. Good boy.
It's not a bad idea. Where is he?
Huh?
Where is he?
Comedy bar.
Yeah, this is a roast show. You know, it's a dark show. We're gonna. It's pretty much like a rap battle, but with even more pedophile allegations. Okay, so that's like the whole game. I'm just telling you right now. But yeah, this is Roast Battle Toronto. It's actually part of a global roast battle league.
Oh, that was a good show, dude. Okay, now that we know how a roast works,
I really
okay?
don't know how it works though.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Now that we know how a roast works, what are we gonna do? We're gonna write some roasts for each other, proper ones, okay? Then I'm gonna ask Donish to come to our podcast tomorrow and judge us while we roast each other, all right? Now go home and write some fucking jokes.
Bad sign to everyone. Give me all the music, even if you're tired. I'll make you dance, I'll make you make sense. Now you're feeling brave, you stupid cunt. Thank you for the service, my greatest decline. Hello, hello, You're bad sign to everyone. You're bad sign to everyone. You're a bad sign to everyone. You're a bad sign to everyone.
Today, I have a very special guest, a friend of mine and a friend of the show's, Donish Anwar. He is a former communist drug dealer and just wants people to be happy and well supplied. And he also hosts roast battles across the map.
So please welcome Danish Anwar!
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Danish Anwar, part-time comic, full-time terror suspect.
Please join me in welcoming Donish Anwar.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on the show, Danish.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you
excited.
for coming. Like, because I asked you last night if you could come in and judge our roast. Because he tried to roast me and I tried to roast him back when we were having hot dogs yesterday. And we failed. So I decided, hey, you're doing a roast battle. We should come, learn, and then on the show, we roast each other. And thanks for coming to see our roast.
I'm happy to judge.
Mind you, I didn't want to have hot dogs. I wanted burgers.
Wow.
I wanted burgers.
Just imagine you're having a burger. That's right. You can say that however many times you want.
We still don't care.
I give 0 fucks.
This is very low stakes, I'll tell you that. That's it's very low stakes roast battle right now. I wanted hot dogs. I wanted burgers. There's a war happening outside, literally. Welcome to the politically challenged roast battle. We have a before and after picture here. I'm not sure which direction you want to talk about. We've got a before and after roast battle. Could also be a pre and post transition roast battle. I don't even know how to.
Called it.
We got a lot of retards watching right now.
Perfect. Yeah, awesome. That's the main. Let's give you guys 3 rounds. Go one after the other.
Okay. I have 20.
You have 20. Let's go with 3.
I didn't sleep last night.
No, we'll go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then we'll see who wins the best of 3.
All right.
And who wants to go first? Age before beauty?
Ahead. Yeah, I go first.
Great, okay.
Well, you know what's funny? Nav just insulted a slew of our audience, called them retarded, right? Nav, you dress like if a retarded kid made a collage for a school project.
That's great.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
And true. Perfect.
True story, actually. Like when I was a kid, I did make a collage, and I was in the special ed class. Yeah.
So that was just a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. Just write that down.
That didn't seem like a joke.
You're so skinny when you fart, it squeaks.
That's cute. It's adorable. That's a different type of roast.
You look like if Gerard Depardieu would have swallowed Zach Galifianakis.
You look like Gerard Retardu.
Also funny. Because
You're so skinny. In high school, you were voted most likely to be affected by the wind.
All right. Cool.
You like older black women. Sorry. Older black strippers, right? Mm-hmm. Is it because your mama's so fat?
There's levels to that.
All right. This is a multi-parter. All right. You're so ugly. Your Wu-Tang rap name is Ass Face Killer. You're so Jewish. Instead of Reza, your Wu-Tang name is Ezra. You're such a narcissist. Your Wu-Tang rap name is I God.
Cool.
You love penis so much. Your Wu-Tang rap name is Ingest a Dick. You love sucking off penis so much. Your Wu-Tang rap name is Headman. You love sucking off Mexicans so much. Your Wu-Tang rap name is Heywan. You're such a chicken head. Your Wu-Tang rap name is Buck Buck Buck. You're only good at one job. You know what job? Sucking dick.
So a blowjob?
No. Sucking dick.
Oh, I see.
There's a lot of aggression in there.
yeah, he really hates you.
Go ahead.
So you got a truck. Is it because your mama's so fat? You have to move her in a truck. Wait a minute. You're a comedian. Aside from your resume and your outfit, what else is funny about you?
All right. Here's the thing about me being a comedian. You're so stupid. You decided to get a comedian co-host for your podcast and chose a comedian who has performed stand-up comedy a total of 1 time. Dumbass.
You got tattoos of anything you like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
What
I got
do
your mom tattooed on my butt.
You did?
What?
So here's the thing. What do you like the most? Pussy, I assume. Right? Because you just mentioned my mom.
Holy shit!
But you don't have a tattoo of that pussy. And you don't need it. You can just look down there and there it is.
Well, the joke's on you. I can't see my genitalia because I'm fat.
You see, we're kind of roasting ourselves.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
roasted my mom and then he just roasted himself.
You're so Jewish. You're so Jewish. You petitioned the government of Canada to you're so Jewish. You're so Jewish. You
that the
petitioned.
roast?
You petitioned.
End of roast.
You're so Jewish.
I'm very
You
Jewish.
petitioned the government of Canada to bring pennies back because when you buy stuff, you don't want the price to round up and lose 2
I
cents.
actually think that would have been a good idea if we still had pennies back because I'm really sick and tired of not getting enough change back. But here's the thing. You want to actually lose weight or it's just a cry for attention?
Your penis is so small when you had sex with your first girlfriend, she didn't even lose her virginity.
That is true.
Your penis is so small,
But not because my penis is small because I didn't know what I was doing.
when your penis is so small when you sexually harass someone, legally it's considered a stabbing. Your pee-pee is so micro, a dude can blow you with his teeth closed.
I'm gonna use that.
You got one?
Oh my gosh.
Is that it?
You got one? You got more?
No.
I got more. You're not allowed within 500 feet of playgrounds or schools because you're so ugly you scare the children, and because you're a pedophile.
Oh.
You're so uncoordinated. When you have sex, it looks like your limbs are being controlled by a puppeteer with Parkinson's. You're such a douchebag. Women often mistakenly use you to wash their vaginas.
That's just sex.
Huh? You're such a psychopath. As a kid, you would call other kids bad words like doo-doo head. You also tortured and kill small animals. You're so ugly. I saw a rat lock eyes with you in the subway, then proceed to throw up.
Hey! Hey!
You're such a homophobe. You barely enjoyed the daily dicks up your ass. You're so racist. You told me all Indians should go back to their home country, and then you're so stupid you don't even know their home country. It's India, you dumbass. Indians are from India.
I thought they were from Brampton. Here's the thing. So far, how we been doing?
Well, you have a more narrative structure.
Which means lame.
No, they were callbacks. They're
It's
different style.
comedian for lame.
And then
Narrative
and then you had more pure anger.
Yes.
You know, but you started off silly. You started off silly, which is interesting because you started off with a more esoteric thing before
what
going right in.
He doesn't know any
we gotta use smaller words with
that
that.
is not
I know the rapper
Yeah,
esoteric, but
No, not who he's.
You started very
with his squeaky
silly.
asshole.
Silly, yeah, that
Yeah.
squeaky thing. It was more silly.
You know what? I
preposterous
wanted
subject.
him to feel good.
Oh,
At
I
first,
see, I
he'll
see,
be
I
like,
They want to take it.
"Oh, this guy, he doesn't have like strong stuff." But then he comes out with, "Your penis is so small, it looks like two plums hanging from a grape."
okay, all right.
Hold on.
That's another
Let
that's a
me-
sneak one.
You got to say that again because I'm dyslexic. I'm picturing a lot of fruit right now.
Yeah, bananas and cucumbers, probably.
Though, yo, mama, that was a good. That you had a more direct directness.
Yo, mama?
Yeah. And there was like a white space between what the joke was, and what you were saying, which was interesting. The yo,
I
yeah.
like the white space
Yeah,
thing.
Racist.
Well, I don't know what it is.
it's called a country club. You like country clubs?
I like where white people gather. It feels
Whoa, whoa,
right
whoa.
and safe.
Like rallies?
Not that kind of white people, like rich white people.
Yeah.
So like rallies.
Is that where they go?
Yeah, I mean that and those weird orgies they have on random islands
that's
where they
really
sacrifice, baby goats and babies, that kind of. Or so I've been told by
Not
the internet.
videos.
But
Yeah.
you know what's funny? What I like about
Not
this-
your jokes. Yo, ma,
Your mama?
my mama.
That is true. Hold on. Is that all you want to hear? Me saying your mama?
No, yo, mama,
But it would be nice.
like that. That would have been cool. Does anyone else have any roasts they wanna?
You can't just insult people. And that's the difference between roasting and being able to build up your tolerance for words so that anybody who tells you anything in the street, you don't get physical and cause harm. So I think actually there is a lot of mental health progression.
How the fuck did
In
this
roast.
turn into a PSA, bro?
Why shouldn't it?
How the fuck did a roast turn into a mental health PSA?
Why
Shout out
shouldn't
Cam
your
H.
mushy brain that knows food and
Yeah.
clothes. Like that's all you know. You know fabric and food.
I'll take it.
I feel like
two
I'm
things.
at couples counseling,
You are.
and I'm
This is what's happening, yeah.
I'm the most
What I was-
underqualified counselor.
I
Don't
would
you
love-
think I'm right?
Danish, I would love it if you had advice for them.
This is an unsalvageable homoerotic relationship.
Very.
Self
nothing erotic
with,
been-
with a lot of
Homo.
self-loathing.
I've been
And-
trying to break up with him. I keep telling him, hey man, your asshole isn't tight enough.
This is what Kevin Hart calls white boy humor, just so you guys know. I was watching last night before the roast battle, I was watching the roast of Tom Brady. And then after the roast battle, I finished the roast of Tom Brady. And like the whole time, every time the football players went up, they were always talking about the white football players. They were mostly talking about how like, I'm going to suck your dick or you suck my dick and I touch your asshole, blah, blah. And then Kevin Hart was like, what's with white guys always talking about sucking each other's dicks? What's that?
It's true.
That a lot.
Yeah.
Because they're
black
more
guys-
comfortable with.
because black guys-
are homophobic.
Black guys don't talk about it, they do it.
Like
More
a real-
action
Oh,
oriented.
like Diddy and
Yes, like Diddy.
Diddy and what's his name?
Meek Mill?
Anybody who has been around him for the last 20 years.
But I heard him and Meek Mill had a thing. A lovely.
Bro, Meek Mill has
I don't know
been
if it's love.
passed around.
Like a puffer
Yeah. Who else has had sex with Meek Mill? Guys.
Everyone, bro. Rick Ross. Probably.
I mean, we're definitely not going to be sponsored by any of those people.
No.
So, yeah.
I don't
God.
remember last time Rick Ross and like Meek Mill sponsored anything.
Well,
We don't want their dirty
Wingstop.
money.
In the U.S., Wingstop. Rick Ross has a lot of it.
Wingstop?
Yeah, I know a lot about food.
No, I see. Food and fabric. The two things that has your
I don't know
heart.
if it's fabric. It's more about carpets.
It is. It is pattern. You see,
like
he's got.
carpets
He
so
gets
much.
tattoos of anything he likes. He's got a tattoo of a carpet on his foot.
Yeah.
So
on his
does
leg,
he.
on his chin.
I do.
you
I have
roasting
a-
him
I have
too?
a microphone.
Yeah, you got a tattoo of a microphone.
In front
Can
of
you see it?
this microphone, which
Can
is
you
awesome.
show it to the camera? Yeah.
There we go.
So you love comedy so much that you even got it tattooed on your chest. Like a little,
Yes, it's proof.
Thing.
It's proof that I'm not mentally stable.
which is actually what I want to talk about. How do you think all comedians are crazy?
Yeah, the
That's-
good ones are.
That's
I'm of the opinion, and it's considered a little gauche lately, that all art comes from some kind of broken person. Because if you are a healed, functional human being, you're going to do normal things.
What's
Per-
normal?
Like not starving yourself to tell a joke on a Tuesday night for 3 people at a bar where the Wi-Fi is why people are there in the first place. You know, so like that's what it takes to, like as part of the journey of stand-up. Those are the kind of nights you do for years and years and years on end, not knowing what's happening. This is not like an industry with any kind of structure, really. There's no HR, there's no ladder, there's no if I do this, that means that. People just find out in real time how to be successful on their own terms, and other people try to copy it and they don't understand why. And we see this like during the Seinfeld era, for example. It was called the book, TV, and movie deal. That was the thing you had to do as a comedian. Why? Because Seinfeld did it. So now they're like, oh, then all of us have to do it. But no, that's because his circumstances led him to that. He's the kind of person who could write a book, who could, engineer a show.
Jerry Seinfeld
and,
wrote a book before his Seinfeld show.
no, it was after. But that was seen as like the template.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward however many, 30, 40 years, now it's like, oh, well, you got to have a podcast, you got to be an influencer, you got to have reels, TikToks, blah, 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 because XYZ people did it.
That's right.
Right?
I think the business of show is something that you see and you repeat. Like it comes from mimicking, regardless. And most
Yeah.
of even the greats are that we follow and that comedians like George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Flip Wilson. These are comedians that no longer are amongst us. They're from the 60s and 70s. And they were inspiration to Jerry Seinfeld and Chris Rock.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Louis C.K. and all the greats
Right.
that are right now are like huge, or Kevin Hart. And it's so interesting that obviously the inspiration for those comedians, for the A-listers today, came from the TV, came from those comedy clubs, from
Right,
what
yeah.
they saw. And as you said, like the business of show back then was that you had to do a lot of, you wrote a set and you went to different comedy clubs, you did it. Finally, if you were lucky enough, you would get on at Tonight Show, Johnny Carson show.
Right.
And then if you hit the show, that was a huge step. If Johnny asked you to go, like after you did your spot, to go and sit on the couch for a few seconds, then you
yeah.
had made it. The TV, like network would probably offer you a deal for a TV show and whatnot. And comedians were able to write a joke, and as you said, that became the process,
Right.
and feed their family with it, because not everybody had heard it until you go on Johnny Carson, or you. Back then, they didn't even shoot special. Like, there was no such a thing until like Richard Pryor did it. You know what I mean? Or you were able to wrap it up after years,
Right.
and
yeah.
then say goodbye to the material. Right now, you write material tonight. You go and perform it on stage. You got to be lucky nobody records it and put it online so that they lose it, and then you know what I mean. It's the recycling, the attention spam. They're going through materials in life and everything becoming more disposable.
Yeah.
So for comedians as such, it's open doors and becoming. I don't think there's been ever a golden time for a comedian, and as much as it is right now. Like, they treat it like rock stars. They sell out venues, arenas. They get Netflix specials, podcasts when there's nothing else is going on.
Comedy, I look at the way it evolved, much the way that the video game industry evolved in the early 90s. Because, like, let me put it this way. Stand-up comedy used to be a single genre when it first came out. Stand-up, this is what stand-up is in the 70s. Like, it's a guy talking about how much he hates his wife. You know, that's stand-up. Same with video games in the 80s,
Rodney
70s.
Dangerfield.
Stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Stand-up is that. Video games, when they first came out, it's like, what's a game? It's just something children do. It's Pong, it's Atari, it's Mario. Until Mortal Kombat hit.
Woo.
Right? And then they're like, oh, we can't. Video games aren't just one thing.
Fuck yeah.
We now need the electronic rating board. That's how it came out, the standards for mature adult content. It came because of Mortal Kombat. Then they realized, oh, games aren't one monolith. It's actually like, can be a collection of genres. It can be storytelling. It can be dark. It can be silly, funny. If you want to do a TV show now, I can do one right now with my phone and 3 other people who also have phones. We can shoot something and put it on the internet within a week. We can edit it. You could not do that in Seinfeld's time. You're talking about like a multi-million-dollar endeavor, right? There are lots of things that have changed for the better. I don't need a gatekeeper to be able to reach my audience because there's social media, there's TikTok, there's Instagram, all those things.
Comedy as a whole, like the art of writing comedy, I think, is the art of writing in general. Like, if you know how to write comedy, you know how to write, because the timing, the tempo, the rhythm, the all of it is realizing that works so well within a comedy world, because realizing that there is a setup, there's a punchline, and there is like a story arc. In jokes are almost like you're looking at a scaffolding of a building. You can see it. You know what I mean? It's like a
it's a 3-act thing in 30 seconds. Like you're saying, like, comedy is a basis for a lot of things. Like, it's almost like a piano, you know, it's like a foundational instrument. If you can learn that, you can branch off into a lot of other things, which is often why a lot of the best comedians end up being excellent dramatic actors.
Exactly.
Right? Because once you have that base, you have to do the entirety of like a movie in every joke every single time. Set up punchline tag, set up punchline tag, set up a callback, set up, and it just goes on and on and on. So comedians are very, very structurally in tune with the writing process on a very micro level. It's like a fractal. You make it bigger, it still looks the same.
Exactly.
Right? So it's, you know, I fully agree on that. These days, you know, comedy isn't, like, for a lot of people, it's like, yeah, it's an escape. It's entertainment, right? But for a lot of people, including myself, it's also a way of communicating ideas that are otherwise unpalatable to people, right? That's the same with comedy, is if you said a bunch of things and people didn't laugh, you didn't get away with it.
Yeah.
You know, you just, if you said a bunch of like homophobic, hateful, like sexist things and people are just uncomfortable, you did what every homeless guy on a street corner does to me every day. You know, that's not a comedian. That's just, you know, a racist, a hateful person with a mic and no art. Right?
He likes to talk about how one time he shoved weed up his ass in an airport. Yeah, he was just picking up a friend, by the way.
Roasts are like that too. It is cathartic in a way. It's like, you know, I'm feeling these things about certain ideas, but I don't know how to process it and put it out there. You make it a joke. You're like, oh yeah, that's funny, but it's not hurtful. You know, it might be a little hurtful. Might even be a little hurtful.
I feel like it's the icebreaker. Like, it makes people feel more comfortable. Like, it's not only an icebreaker, it creates an environment where people don't feel like they got to be on edge or defend a certain idea.
Yeah,
They don't take themselves-
yeah.
They don't take it seriously. And that kind of allows you to more comfortably talk about more uncomfortable subjects. Like, and that was the precipitant for us even calling this show politically challenged. For example, there was a time where there were 7 words we can't say on TV. Right. The censorship.
Right.
Of essentially, it was blatantly out there. Like,
Right,
George
right.
Carlin
Yeah, yeah.
was banned from actually being on television. He went to jail for saying shit, piss, fuck, cocksucker,
Cunt.
motherfucker, tits, and
Cunt.
There was cunts. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
7
yeah.
words you can say on TV. And but right now, those are said on almost morning shows. Might as
So
well.
the N word is okay?
No.
No, it's not.
Not okay.
Even Carlin knew that's like even beyond that. I mean, I see what you're saying, but like, there's a different type
That's the
of
thing.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. So right now, actually, he's said the N word a couple times.
No, I haven't.
No, you have.
No, I have.
No, you have?
No, I have.
There's been many times where you go to comedy clubs, the comedian makes a joke, and then somebody gets up and leaves, or says, "Oh, no, that happened to me. That happened. My sister has cancer." How can you say that? It's like, yes, it's a joke. So it's that's what I was gonna sort of segue to, the woke culture,
Right.
and what can or cannot be said. You know what I mean?
I would say that in the year 2024, if you say something completely off base and are quote unquote canceled, that's actually a career move. People make their entire careers now on being the woke left canceled me, buy my coffee.
So you think that's it's flipped right now? Like,
Dave
people
Chappelle
use it?
has 4 Netflix specials about hating trans people. Like Matt Rife is a very recent example, right? Yes. He cultivated an audience mainly of women. Then he goes on Netflix and his first joke is about domestic violence. And then a whole bunch of people are like, I'm never going to watch Matt Rife again. He just became the youngest person to sell out the Hollywood Bowl. There are enough people now that even the I don't know what to call it, the anti-woke, the whatever you want to call it, that crowd, it's its own ecosystem where you can make a great living. Whether you want to is a whole other thing. But knowing that gives people the license to now I can say the most fucked up things, and then I know for a fact I will have even more work now. Like just growing up poor, the one thing I know in the back of my head is you need money to do anything. Anything you need to do, you need money for it. So that's the whole reason why when I had a day job before comedy, I still sold weed on the side, because I'm like, I don't know why, I don't know how, but I'll need a pile of cash at some point.
Have you ever sold weed?
Me?
Oh.
No.
Drugs? Any sort? No.
Look at him. No one's going to buy anything from him.
Next thing I was going to get to, like a golden era of comedy, to recap.
Yeah.
I've never seen, I had never seen like a comedy in another language with the subtitle before.
Right.
Now you see it from various, like Portuguese,
100%.
Spanish, French is like normal. It's become like more. And it's fascinating to me that you mentioned you're going to Japan to do a show.
Yeah.
Like, in English, obviously.
In English, yes.
We don't speak Japanese, I assume.
No, I don't.
He speaks Russian, though.
Hiroshima. Sorry. No, what do you say? How do you say hello in Japanese?
Arigato.
Arigato.
No,
That's thank you.
Thank you.
Mushi,
I said it was
On the phone, you say mushi mushi. On the
Oh,
phone, you say mushi mushi.
Mushi mushi.
On
On the phone. Mushi mushi. On the phone. When the phone rings, it's like, mushi mushi.
That was like blatantly racist.
Yeah, you turned into like an anime character. He's still Danish.
That was racist in so many ways, dude.
When I'm in Tokyo and I'm navigating, there's a lot of acknowledgement sounds like hi. Like I say something hi. But that's not hello.
Heil?
No, hi.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Oh. Why did I think that was Chinese?
Yeah, that's your problem.
Yeah. I was just like, shit, I thought that was Chinese.
Hold on.
Konnichiwa.
No, Chinese is ni hao.
No. It's
Ni
not
hao.
konnichiwa. It's
Ni hao.
konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
No, that's
All
what
right.
your daddy calls.
This is turning into a Duolingo class so fast.
So, Danish,
Konnichiwa.
tell me this. You made tons of money, and
Yes.
now, you know how you were talking about based on your bubble is what you see on your Instagram
Yes.
and all that. Since I started following you, I see all this content that's like, eat the rich. fuck the rich. Why do you hate rich people so much?
Arigato.
Because I grew up poor, and I grew up poor in multiple places. I grew up poor in the Soviet Union as it collapsed. Then I was poor in India. Then we ran away because I'm a family of runaways. We ran away from a abusive biological dad. And then I was poor in Bangladesh. In the poorest country on earth, we were considered poor.
Wow.
So when you're at that level, you experience viscerally the cost of what it takes. Because you see people who are the exact opposite. As an example, when I was in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, there wasn't enough electricity for the whole country. So they did these things called rolling blackouts. Idea is an equal amount of time, there will be no electricity in all these neighborhoods, so everybody can have it most of the time. That's not what happened. Our neighborhood would take the brunt of it, and everybody else would have power. So I'm talking days in the heat, cold, whatever. And the reason you can do that is because below a certain economic threshold, nobody cares, and nobody cares enough to care or to ask questions. And that is a level that we here in this room don't see that's happening even in Canada as we speak. There are
And
people.
what percentage of population
It's
is
increasing. But all that to say is that the exact opposite of that person, the people who have the power to make decisions like let's turn off the electricity in this part of the country, they're the ones making those choices. I'm not saying all rich people are bad people. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying the wealthiest of the wealthy have the most responsibility because they are quite literally making decisions every day that they know kill and hurt people. They know this, and they do it anyway. I know this because I was on the receiving end of it for about 19 years. You know, it's not an intellectual exercise for me. I'm like, I know for a fact that somebody sat there and be like, you know what? Those 100,000 people, they're not really people. I mean, in our neighborhood, we had pills because there were parasites in the water. So instead of cleaning the water supply, they're like, we're just going to distribute pills to that neighborhood so the parasite dies in their stomach and then you shit it out. But if that would happen in a regular middle class or above neighborhood, that is not even an option.
You identify as a communist.
No. Of course not. I grew up in communism.
You grew up in communism.
I use that. I kind of joke about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, yeah, I'm a communist because
But
that's
you don't
like
like
how
the capitalist system.
even capitalism, communism, whatever, they all end up in the same place because people are the same. You know, power corrupts. What I'm trying to say is, even with capitalism, you end up with the same problems of people who end up in charge only really look at themselves. Like the current version of capitalism we have, like starting with Reagan and then with Clinton, which was called the third way, which is like the in-between thing. It was like money is the number one requirement and everything else is secondary. A business's only job is to make money. Which is why in 2024, Boeing planes are falling out of the sky. Because their job, they have decided, is not to sell planes, is to make money. And we happen to sell planes. As long as somebody buys it, I don't care if it falls out. Know what I mean?
That's another thing. So owning a mansion, selling arenas, having multiple cars, like being a Kevin Hart.
Don't be a Kevin.
Is it something you aspire to? Is it something that you value?
This is gonna come as a surprise from a communist weed dealer as myself, but I'm a patriot. I'm not gonna leave a country that gave me everything. I'm not interested in moving to the US, going to LA, selling out theaters. I want to build something in Canada. And with that comes the acceptance of the fact that there's going to be a low ceiling.
Sorry, I want you to reiterate that because we don't hear that enough. I mean, there's a lot of immigrants, including myself. And for me, it was like people always say, like, be proud of where you come from. Be proud. Like, I'm proud of being Persian, Iranian. I'm proud of my Jewish heritage. They say be that, right?
Right.
But I had nothing to do with them. I happened to be born in Iran. I happened to be born, my great-grandmother was like Jewish. But one thing that had everything to do with me was the migration here. I'm a Canadian citizen. That citizenship was achieved.
Yeah.
It wasn't an accident of birth.
Right.
And I am proud of that. Personally, and this was George Carlin saying actually. He wrote it in his in his book Napalm and Silly Putty. He wrote, pride is something that it's something along this line, that pride is something that I think ought to be tagged upon an achievement rather than an accident of birth. So
he was talking about nationalism, I think.
Nationalism.
Right,
people say, I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be this. Like, how can you be proud of something that you had nothing to do with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what you said that you wouldn't move to America probably, and you want to build something here. Talk to me about more about that.
Well, not probably, definitely. I'm 39, I'm turning 40. I'm not a 21-year-old whose ideas are going to change every 30 seconds. I did that already.
You look 25.
Amazing, yeah.
It's all the drug dealing.
This really works.
No stress. No stress. No, I mean, basically, it's a combination of a lot of things. Like I lived in a lot of different places before I came here, so I have a pretty good taste for what the world can be and how it is outside of here. I've also like traveled a lot. I've performed in the U.S. I've spent some time there. Even on a practical level, Canada is the best of every world. It's not perfect, but compared to what is out there, because of the way families work in South Asia, like you might be like living in the slums, but you have family who are like movie directors or who are like rich, but you only see them every now and then. So I got into a school that was like in a sort of decent neighborhood because of like family connections, but almost every day I would have to pass through all of the neighborhoods in between. Like mine is the shittiest, not the shittiest, like there's 3 more levels beneath us still, and like actual slums, but then there were like several more levels before I got to the neighborhood where my school was.
That's crazy.
Every day, without exaggeration, I would see dead bodies on the street. Every day, without exaggeration.
Are you serious?
Every single day, sometimes children. Because that's the level I'm talking about, right? That's the level of existence that exists for a lot of people.
Don't you think you having gone through that experience, like a visceral, real life experience, allowed you to really take life a little more, chill and become a comedian, not take offense into any joke?
Oh, 100%.
Because
yeah.
I feel like the people that get more offended and upset and lose it, it's like
you feeling
don't
it
want
for the first time.
Yeah, you're feeling it for the first time, and that's why you're reacting. If you had actually gone through that experience, you'd be like,
it is, but the thing about pain is you can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
For me, now I'm not in that circumstance, and even now, I freak out about things. I have to convince myself, hey, you're not back where you were. This is no problem. But in that moment, it feels exactly the same. That's the weird thing is about like fear or any kind of circumstance like that. If you are panicking, if something hurts you, it doesn't matter if it's a stabbing or a prick. It kind of psychologically, it's kind of the same thing.
The post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and if you have gone through that before, like I have that advantage in many ways where I can be like, okay, I need to calm down. I have a roof over my head. I have water with no parasites in it. I have my electricity. So my standards are very, very low.
Someone I know sends me very dark shit on Instagram all the time.
And you see he's got like millions of views on it.
They're not very dark.
I think he's talking about all the midget reels you keep sending us.
Little people.
Let me change your algo.
Hey, it's my people.
Not that little. You're small. That was good roast. You got one.
Great. I finally got one.
Oh! Welcome to the food segment.
To the food segment.
We tried something new with the without the headphones on for the listeners and for the viewers. You can probably see. Does this have any edibles, drugs in it? Because our special guest is a drug dealer.
No.
Thank God.
But
we don't condone that.
What I was gonna say.
Former and very successful drug dealer.
Communist drug dealer.
Yes.
But it does have something in common with our guest. It also used to be a part of the USSR.
Awesome. Ooh, wait, is it borscht?
No, it's not. But I almost got that because it looked so fun.
Oh, so there's like Russian food in there? Ooh.
So this is actually food from Moldova.
Oh, those Moldovians.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a country, but-
It's vacation
Is that
country.
where,
Vacation country.
Trump's wife from?
No, isn't she Slovakian?
Yes.
I do not know.
Slovenian, sorry. Slovenians are hot.
Like I'm
They're
the
known for
worst
being
person
hot.
to ask any questions.
Like all.
Slovenians are like, if Latvians and Slovenians, especially if you watch soccer, like the cameraman's always on the fans.
Women, yes.
I've
I
seen
know.
the-
red and white.
The flag,
color.
I forget, but
But what women wear.
Yeah,
on
but
the
but
stadium.
yeah, but
There's
that's
like the
like
checkered one.
that's Croatia.
I've seen that. Yeah.
That's Croatia.
Yeah, well, Eastern European
I can't tell.
soccer games are known for having like really hot fans at there.
Yeah, but like I had Latvian friends growing up, and they were women, and they looked like dead in the eyes.
Maybe
That's what you're thinking. Okay,
Hashtag.
fair
Yeah.
enough.
Same thing. Because
Do you want to unveil the food?
Moldova.
listen, I would love to. 1, 2. What is the name of it? Oh, you're gonna say after.
Yeah.
What is this?
What does it taste like? Oh, we're gonna find out.
What does it look like? I don't know why you did.
Okay,
Wow. This
What?
that looks great
Is-
to
It's called
me.
Mama Liga.
Oh my God! Smells
Mamacita.
like cheese and
Mama Liga.
funkiness.
Mama Liga.
Mama
Okay.
Liga?
Oh, look who it is. It's
Oh my God, guys. Keep
What's
going.
up? How's it going?
This
Guys.
is Mama Liga. It's from Moldova. It's
Okay.
also
Take it
eaten
from here. Take it from.
Take it from.
Yeah. Welcome to Politically Challenged.
Oh my
Welcome
God, that's the
to-
only thing you say.
But it's the food segment of Politically Challenged. Guys, we
You guys wanna try
have.
it?
Huh?
You guys want to try it?
Yeah.
I do want to try it, but before that, I have several questions.
Why?
Oh, there are three.
I don't, so I'm just
All
gonna.
right, I gotta
What
make sure
the
my.
fuck is this?
Wait, it's hard.
It's
It's hard.
Mama Liga.
Pamaliga?
Mama
what it's
Liga.
called?
It's
Mama
a type of
Liga?
polenta made of yellow. Nav would know this. Maize flour.
It's bread and cheese.
Why are you laughing like it's what is this? Is that yogurt? Or mayonnaise?
What did he just say?
Yogurt? Is that
Oh,
bread
you mean
and
on
cheese?
the side? Yeah, that's probably cheese.
Probably.
It's maize flour.
Don't worry, it's not. I don't think it's dairy.
Ew.
Right.
That tastes bizarre.
This
Oh,
tastes- this
that's
tastes
sour
like-
cream,
Tastes like communism.
right?
Did you? I don't know, dude. You're the one eating it. You
Wait a
tell
minute.
me.
So you get food that you never have had yourself before?
Oh yeah,
I thought I
Oh,
was being.
yeah.
I thought this was a prank, but this is really good.
it is a prank. I find the most disgusting looking food for you.
What do you mean disgusting? This is like good food.
Well, it looks disgusting. I'm sure.
No,
you-
it doesn't. It's got.
Dude, you have
it'll-
like Stockholm syndrome from living in.
Maybe I
Well,
just
then
got
you're-
the munchies from having smoked up.
That's probably it. Yeah.
But it's
Bro.
like for people who are listening and not seeing, it's like the bread is made of maize flour and it's orange, and it's got like white cheese on it, and there's white yogurt on the
Bro,
side.
for a guy who has no ambition of getting a car and is just happy not to be living in a garbage dump, yeah, I have
Yeah.
no more expectations. But truth be told, I can't stop roasting. Somebody.
But my
Oh
reptile brain is just like Tide Pods. They look appealing. They look appealing because they've got a softness to it. It's your reptile brain going, "Hey, that looks like I could eat it."
No, that's the retard brain. I don't think it's reptile brain,
no.
brother.
Okay, you know,
Brother,
what? I think you're right. I think
Brother,
you're right.
Tide Pod, brother. What's that?
Oh, is the cottage cheese on top? Something that we've said.
It's
probably
cheese,
sometimes.
man.
I don't know, bro.
With really delicious looking orange bread. It looks like we fried up Garfield.
Brother, it's yellow, brother.
Okay, well,
Brother, your
it's my shades. Yeah, okay, hold on. It's still a good shade,
Bro,
It's a
you
great
thought
color.
this was orange?
Because
whole
of this
time?
thing. I'm wearing gradiated sunglasses.
Oh my god.
You can't make this stuff up.
You know,
Why?
this is something that was introduced by the Ottoman Empire to Europe.
Like the chair company?
The food. What?
Aren't those the people who give us these
Ottoman
for free?
Empire is.
That's the
what
place
is
in
it?
Scarborough, isn't it?
Bro, no, Ottoman Empire is like the Persian Empire.
Aren't you Persian? Yeah, you should know.
Is Ottoman Empire was the empire of Turkey. Oh my
It's
god.
also a store in Scarborough that sells couches.
Oh my god. Like this is stupid and this is where you are, like somewhere here, just swimming.
And that's Yo Mama!
He floats. He floats. So how much would you say out of 10?
This?
Yeah.
Half. One.
Okay.
1.5.
And why?
Looks obviously disgusting. I'm sorry. Latvian food? Is that what it was?
No.
Moldovan.
Moldovan.
Moldova.
It doesn't look disgusting.
I'm sorry. I gotta be honest on this.
You know,
one, man.
on
It's
Google it
politically
looks
challenged.
disgusting.
Even
In
I
real
gotta
life,
challenge the
it's
food.
actually okay.
No, honestly, I didn't like the taste. I didn't like the look at all. Like this is, as you said, well, not Garfield, but this looks like a firm vomit to me, very strongly, like held together. But tasteless. The cheese was, meh. And like I have to really haven't eaten in days to finish this bowl. Like I wouldn't.
It's a type of polenta, so that's pretty much
What is that?
What's
Sorry.
Placenta?
It's a type of polenta.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
I don't.
generally made with like cornmeal.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I
What
know.
is
They
polenta?
said
Well,
it's
I'm
corn
happy
made.
that our guest loves it.
What is
Oh,
polenta?
yeah, I know. He's going to town.
That thing.
I want to learn.
Why did you?
I don't know if I can get.
What do you rate
It's
it?
like a cornmeal thing. That's
For me,
no, I don't know
that's a solid 7.
Damn, dude.
This
How
guy-
poor were you?
Did you not listen to me when I? Remember how earlier you said, "Hey, does growing up poor give you an appreciation?" Yes, it does. Give me an appreciation for warm food with cheese and yogurt. There's 3 kinds of food there. What are you guys complaining about? Who cares if it's orange or yellow? There's carbs, there's fat.
of food in it.
I give you a cheeseburger before this. You must feel like a king right now.
Yes, I do actually. We smoked 2 joints between segments.
I had nothing
Also,
to do with that.
Living that life.
it's all good.
That without the cheese or the sour cream or yogurt, whatever the fuck that was, without those things, it's like a 1.5
All right.
because it doesn't taste like anything. It just
Tastes
corn.
pretty-
It's just
Corn
bread.
it just tastes like corn that lost its flavor.
Well, it's corn and egg.
So
So
it's like
the egg
it tastes
fucked it
like
up.
divorced corn.
Yeah.
Divorced corn.
Thank
What
you.
is it
Yeah.
called? The name of it?
Maize flour.
Mama Liga.
Mama Miga.
Mama.
Mama Liga?
Mama Liga.
And
Mama what?
What is the
What did you say?
Mama Liga.
Yo,
No, you
Mama
said
Liga.
something else, man.
Mama Miga.
What is, you said it again. You can't say that, man.
Miga.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Mama Miga.
He's higher than I am.
Sorry.
for
Nav's
sure.
just always looking for chances to say the N-word.
And I still haven't been able to.
You will get that
Okay.
chance. You will get that chance. But we gotta think of our audience. We gotta build up our
In what
audience before blowing
universe?
them off.
Yeah, he's
Or just having you.
we'll
blown.
never get woke enough for that to be okay.
Guys, I think let's mention the name of the restaurant. We'll bleep it because we don't want them to go out of business, and also we'll put it right here and also cross over it because
I give you 3 guesses for what the name of the restaurant is.
Mama Liga,
No.
Moldovan restaurant.
It's Moldova restaurant.
Moldova.
I know my people.
I know.
Thanks,
It's very
Moldova,
Soviet,
for
I
your
guess.
food. It's
No
just
Precise.
creativity went into
Wasn't
it, just
for
like
me.
the food. Oh,
With
sorry.
the cheese and everything else, it's like 3.5.
Okay.
Guys. With it, you're very generous. Let's wrap this segment up with one last roast of you on me, and we're out.
Me on you?
Go ahead.
Make his desires come true.
Make it your
Didn't
best.
you have 17 of them?
He said I had 32.
He had
I had
35.
35.
Make it your best.
I have some left. The best?
No. Just go. Just go.
I
for
don't
whatever.
have the best.
We used up the best ones.
The best. Let me see which ones I crossed out. Blowjob. You're a bad filmmaker. You're stupid.
Oh, that's just mean.
Micro
Why would you
penis.
say facts to hurt his feelings?
So stupid. You're so bad at flirting, even prostitutes reject you. Okay, I got one. You're so skinny, your plastic surgeon placed 2 A-cup sized fake tits in your ass and called it a BBL. BBL drizzy.
Continue singing.
BBL drizzy. BBL drizzy. BBL drizzy. BBL drizzy. Is that how the song goes?
No, that's how the hook goes.
Because I'm not familiar.
You don't sound black enough. Can you try it once more?
BBL drizzy, motherfucker.
All right, I think we're done here.
Sorry, that was an aggressive black man.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's an abrupt ending.
Hey man, when Ezra's gone, this is so much better. Now we can talk about actual, like, proper stuff. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like how Ezra is so gay.
How gay is he?
This is so gay, bro.
All right, I'm gonna cut your mic now. Let's go, guys.
All right.
Where are we going?
Thank you for being here.
Why are you cutting my mic?
You're a bad, bad sign.